Hey everybody, it's the Smart Life Club. This is the Coffee Break Show and I'm Vickie Helm. Thank you for joining me today. This is going to be one of the best conversations I'm going to have with you. It's Thursday. I'm so excited. We're closing out our week of success and getting so many things done. And I got to tell you, we have some secrets. We have some fun stuff. Hey, welcome aboard, everybody. It's so glad to see you. Hey, Tina, nice to see you. Hey, everybody, thank you. Thank you for coming on board. Ben, it's great to see you, everybody. It's so nice to see you. So I want to let you know, we have some really super exciting stuff we are working on. But today, I want to share with you a little epiphany that I had with myself today and as I'm working, because hey, everybody, wow, thank you for onboarding. Thank you, everybody, for coming on board. So what happened for me just recently, which I really, really want to share with you having an epiphany. You know, every morning I start out with a little bit of prayer time. Every time I get up in the morning, I center my day and I get to the point where I know what I'm doing and how that's going to work out and everything else. And I sit and I do a little bit of prayer. And one of the things I always work on or look at is, hey, thank you. Nice to see everybody. Thank you for being here. What happens is I always work at, you know, getting to the point where I am uplifting myself, uplifting my love for humanity and being out there as much as I can. Today, I'm wearing my favorite Winnie the Pooh character. Hey, everybody, great to see you coming on. Wayne, Ben, Jocelyn, Tina, everybody, thank you for being here. Thanks for coming on as we're boarding on. So I'm wearing the one and only Tiggger shirt or Tigger shirt because Tigger understood one thing about himself. He understood that he was the only one. It's the wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. And then I realized that's how humans are as well. Even though we all have different bodies, we're really individuals and very individuated in that there is something clearly special about us. And each person has a little gift inside of them at birth that's planted in there. Some of us more than one gift. There's the multi-talented people that are like, well, I'm really athletic and I'm really smart and I'm really musical and I'm really artistic. Those people are fantastic. They're everywhere. And what happens is when we start is that we get to the point where, thank you everybody for just jumping on. Tiggger, that's right. So anyway, this morning while I was in a moment of prayer, I read something that was really important. And as I was reading it, it was noting, it says that people have a concept of themselves, a matrix, if you will, a matrix about a view of yourself that you have, that you operate with in the world. And it has both something very positive you think of yourself and something not quite so positive you think of yourself. And that runs your life. It runs your reactions. It runs everything about you, this little matrix of how you walk around in the world. And what we try to do is we try to highlight what we think is really good about us. And then we try to hide the part that we don't like about ourselves. We really try to hide it. Like if this is, I don't see it. We go ahead and we go to seminars and we go to workshops and we do everything trying to fix this piece of us instead of just looking at it and naming it and putting it out there. So some people had said, you know, you might think to yourself, I'm lazy, or I'm angry, or I'm you know, toxic, or whatever secret thing you think about yourself that you don't want anyone to know. And when I was reading that, I was like, oh, I'm unacceptable. And I really thought about that for a moment. I said it in my head. I was like, wow, there's part of me that thinks I am unacceptable. I don't know to who or what, and that doesn't matter. What mattered was I identified the thing over here that talks to me silently. So if you ever had a conversation with somebody where you're talking, and they're talking, And in the back of your head over here, you're kind of having a conversation where you're like, whatever you're talking about, that subtle conversation is where these two things are. It's like, okay, I'm unacceptable. So what then are you going to do? You're going to start looking for people's approval. You're going to start wondering, what is it? Hey, everybody, thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're here. You're going to start thinking, what is it that I need to do to get rid of this unacceptable? Well, maybe I need to get a new degree, another I have to overachieve at work. I have to do more than people have to do, because somewhere in the back of my head, I'm a little unacceptable. And in that unacceptable place, you are actually sabotaging your efforts without even knowing it. So I'm going to get really transparent with you, if you don't mind. I'm going to get, hey, Clay, it's great to see you. I'm going to get so transparent with you. I want you to feel the process of how to shift your focus. You want to shift your focus so that you empower what you're doing. So I could go back and hear all the unacceptable things that my parents said. This is unacceptable, that's unacceptable. And somehow in your mind, you think you're unacceptable. And that's so not true. But what happens when you identify that little conversation in the back of your head instead of push it away is now you can confront it. You can just simply look at it and go, okay, it doesn't even matter if I think I'm unacceptable. If I look at it and say, is that true? Is it really true that you're unacceptable in this world? Really? So we take a moment and we ask ourselves the question that is going to help us confront ourselves. So what happens when you're unacceptable? I'll tell you what happens. I can let myself off the hook. I can say, I don't need to go live. I don't need to be out here. I don't need to write that book. I'm unacceptable. Why would I write a book? Why would I do a business? Why would I start this? I can let myself off the hook because I have this fabulous excuse. And I can also feel sorry for myself. I'm not as good as they are. I'm unacceptable. I should just sit in the corner of the room because I'm unacceptable. I have given myself a story, an excuse, a way out if I want to. And as you call yourself on that, then you can go a little deeper. If you go just a little bit deeper, and I'm going to get more transparent as we go, because I think it's really important for you to see the process of being able to uncover greatness. If you want to uncover your inner greatness, which is really important to do, then you're going to have to see where you've covered it up. If you want access to your more success, more genius, you're going to have to find where in you need to still let it out. And so the way we do that is we take a moment and we look at it and we go, okay, here's thank you for all the hearts, loves, and everything, everybody. I really appreciate that. Mwah, thank you. So and I see you, Sterling. Thank you. I love you too. Anyway, so the thing is, when we get to that point, you can drop lower, even deeper, and you say, what's underneath the unacceptable? So we know that underneath the unacceptable is the excuses. I can get out of anything I want because I'm unacceptable. And underneath that is a fear of being seen, a fear of being out there, a fear of people judging me so badly for being unacceptable that now I could use the excuse if I wanted to, or I can show up. And the power of showing up doesn't really have anything to do with me showing up for the rest of the world, but me showing up for me. When you want to let out your inner genius, when you want to show up, when you want to make a difference in the world, you have to be here to do that. So what is it that I want to reflect to people? When I looked at it today and I dropped deeper, it's okay if you're scared. It's okay if you're unacceptable. It's okay if you're acceptable. It's okay if you're fabulous. All of those are just stories. Whether you're successful or you're failing, it's just a story that you're telling yourself. It's not even real. But what is real? The ability to be present with the moment and notice what's happening inside you first. Notice what is happening inside how you feel, because your ability to act in a way that benefits you is inside that spot. So once I realize, oh my goodness, I think I'm acceptable, I can act on my own best interest. I can stop and say, no, you're acceptable to me. And I can go find little me and say, you're acceptable to me, just as you are, warts and all. And I can also take some actions as well. Have you ever faced a fear? Have you ever faced something in your life where you had to show up and you were nervous that you weren't going to be accepted, or you were going to be judged, or you weren't going to be good at it, or maybe you were just going to outright fail? Well, part of just being able to stand up and be present, what do they say? Winning, showing up is 80% of winning. Showing up is 80% of winning. If you want to be more successful, you got to be able to look at yourself on the inside and access all of you, absolutely every bit of you, all of you. It's like I can have this conversation with you this morning, and I'm hoping somewhere along the way, my sharing has actually gotten people to go, yes, I tell myself this. I also tell myself I'm successful. I have extraordinary work ethic. I have, great skill sets. People like me. I think I'm articulate when I talk. I'm a good writer. I'm a good speaker. I say all of those things too. Those are the easy stuff to say. We can always pat ourselves on the back. It feels good. It's like getting those likes and loves that you're putting on the computer right now, where you're just doing this. Love all of that. So one of the things is, when we get to the point where we are looking at the stuff we don't like, it's kind of like we want to go in the closet and shut the door and go, I don't like this. I don't like this about me. I just want to ignore it. I don't want to see it. Underneath all of that is the gift of showing up. Somewhere on the way, I make it easy for somebody who else feels unacceptable to come up and go, you know what? Today I'm going to accept my unacceptability. Today I'm going to allow me to just be me, to just be with you, warts and all, not in my perfectionism. Because why? Because I'm the only one. I'm still trouncy, bouncy, and full of fun, but I'm still the only one. You don't want to hide your greatness behind a bubble. What is it that the Bible, what is that? Don't hide your light under a bushel. You are here to be a light in the world. It doesn't matter if you're the brightest light or a green light or red light, whatever it is. Be your you. You become whatever you believe about yourself. I want you to think about this, so important. You become whatever you believe about yourself. Whatever you say you are, that's what you are becoming. You have to become extraordinarily aware of what you're saying to yourself, even if it's just new, if it's just a little thing like I'm unacceptable. Even if it's just something that it's like, it doesn't matter what happened in your past. It matters what you believe about yourself right now. Transformation happens in the moment. It can happen on a dime. You can have an aha moment and never visit something again. What you have to be willing to do is show up and have a conversation with yourself. I see all the comments everybody's writing, thank you, and all the hearts and love, thank you, thank you. But what I want to transparently say is, there is a moment where you get to take a quantum leap into greatness. The only way out is through. The only way you can let you out is through you. There's nothing out here that's ever going to help you take a look at your insides in a way where you can be gentle, accept you. Even if somebody says to me, if you feel unacceptable, if somebody comes by and goes, you know what, you're totally acceptable, you're totally lovable, until you believe it, you can't become it. You're not trying to overcome it. You're trying to become you, let you out. You're not trying to get rid of any part of you just simply because you have it. You're trying to love it. It's the difference between I need love and I'm becoming love. If you need love, you're in this needy state, that's okay. You can move and bridge I need love to I'm becoming love. So here's the thing, people need truth and they're becoming the truth. When you become the truth, you can show up as you are, whenever you are, how you want, and be that in the world. Be that sacred. Now, here's the thing. If you trust the universe, then you trust that your life here on this planet means something, that you were born specifically here at this moment in time to go ahead and accomplish something, to do something, to be something. Your life has meaning, and it's on purpose. The universe doesn't make mistakes. So every bit of the thing they put inside you, every bit of the lessons you have, none of it's a mistake. All of it is relevant. All of you is relevant. The stuff that you don't like and the stuff that you do like. So if you're going to live an authentic, truthful life, you will have access to more success, deeper relationships, the ability to manage and command your world in a way that feels open to you. You'll have more access, but I will tell you this. When you can do that, when you can be your authentic self, when you can be as transparent as you can in the moment, just like this in front of everyone, when you can do that, you have hit a certain level of power within yourself, and you can become unstoppable, invincible, unbreakable, powerful, extraordinary. You become kind. You become gentle. You become exciting to be around. You become the kind of person that people will go, she's safe to be with. Your clients want to trust you. Your friends want to trust you. You want to trust you. And the only way for you to trust you is for you to get real with every aspect of yourself, deeply knowing who you are and revealing it to, if not to thine own self be true. You don't have to go public on Facebook and go, here's my stuff and this is the only way I can get real. To thine own self be true. The quiet conversation that you have in your heart with you every single day, as long as it's honest and true and to the point, you have access to you. The beautiful gift that you give someone else, the most beautiful, beautiful gift you give someone else is the gift of you. That's all you need. I want to let you know that I feel really honored right now that you spent a moment letting me share my heart in this way. And I feel very choked up right now because it is a day where I usually come on. I have my coffee here with me, but when I share my heart in this way, it gives me practice for being here. I feel very honored. I feel very blessed. And that's what I have for you today on the Coffee Break Show. Take a dare, step out into the unknown, meet you in a way that you've never met yourself before. I want to let you know that when you die, you want to die with no regrets. No labels, no limits, all love, no regrets. Thank you for sharing it with me. Mwah! I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.